Hey everyone, 2 years ago I did a review video of this Crosman Nitro Venom Dusk, and I was supposed to do a follow-up video and I never ever got around to doing it, so I'm going to do it today. I'm just going over it, just hand holding my phone right now. Since I got the gun, it's sitting on a cheap Hotsun bipod right now, just to keep it up. I've removed the front cock assist up was here. I think it looks really good without it. There's no notch in the barrel or ribs or anything to keep that on. It was just a friction fit cock assist muzzle brake, whatever you want to call it. And since then, I also did the trigger modification to it, which is the 5mm RC bearing washer. It's not a washer; it's a bearing trick, and it's just like my Benjamin Trail now. It's ready to fire as soon as you put your finger there. I've also the scope. This gun's also gone through 4 scopes. I had a 4x32 on it. I also had the 3 to 9x32 that came with it on it. I had a generic 3 to 9x40 on it, which served pretty good for it. And lately, well, in the last year anyway, I've been buying scopes off eBay. This is it's a branded BSA scope, and it's supposed to be a BSA black powder scope, which I think I'm pretty sure it's a clone or a copy. It was $60, and I've bought 3 of them so far, and so far they've been pretty good. I've got one on my Hotsun 125TH and my Hotsun 105X 25 calibers, and this is 177 obviously. It's this one's a 4-16x40 AO IR, so illuminated reticle. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's got the Christmas tree or the rangefinder reticle in it. It also comes with flip-up scope caps and a sunshade, which I can't put the sunshade on because it's too far over. It's over the pivot point here if I were to mount it, so I can't do that. My other 2 scopes, or yeah, the other 2 scopes I have both have the sunshades on them. But it works pretty good, and one of the best features of this scope is it focuses down to 5 yards. So, and I can use all the range of the magnification at 5 yards, so I can go from 4 to 16 in my basement with no problems, and my sight picture is clear. But other than that, those are the major upgrades. This is going to stay this way. I like that scope on it. It looks badass, actually. The rifle looks really good without that muzzle brake on it. Actually, it kind of looks like a sporter rifle. All it needs is a bolt action on the one side. But everything. Well, I think I've pretty much broken it in. I've shot it quite a bit. It may diesel the odd time, but usually the first and second shot will diesel, but then after that it won't diesel anymore. I'm gonna pause this and put my camera on my phone on my tripod. Back in a minute. Okay, we're back. Kick the tripod here. Yeah, so I said 2 years ago when I first got it that I was going to do a sound test and an accuracy test and all that with it, and I never got around to doing it. I've gotten, I think, 3 more rifles since then, and a couple of handguns, and all is good. I'm pretty much maxed out for buying anything air related for now. I think I've got 14 guns total. Air guns, that is. And this is still one of my favorite to shoot, even though I've never been a real big 177 fan. Although I do own a Savage 92R17 and 17 HMR. I love shooting that gun. Real gun. but ammunition for that's getting up to like $23, $24 for 50. Whereas 177, I'm shooting the Crosman destroyer pellets, and they're only $450 for 250 pellets, so it's pretty good. Yeah, I haven't done a video for quite a while now. Just haven't really had the drive, and with all the YouTube BS and guns and all that kind of stuff, I think they're trying to drive us away and demonetizing all my videos, and I'm not making money with YouTube anymore because I don't have the subscriber base to support it, which is bullshit if you ask me. Absolute bullshit. But yeah, I'm gonna throw a couple of these downrange, and I'll do a decibel test too and see how loud it is. It's not that loud. It's I would say this gun is backyard friendly. It's probably around the 95, 96 decibel range. Whereas my my newest rifle, well, here, I'll take this down and show you that one. Even though this is a video on this gun. I'll take this away and show you what I've done to it so far. It's pretty cool. The Browning leverage. .22 caliber, the Umrex underlever. Really nice gun. Right up here. It's got its own bipod. Still got the stock 3-9x40 AO that came with it. I actually don't mind that scope at all. It doesn't have an illuminated reticle, but I really don't need an illuminated reticle. And just all these 40-16s that I've been buying, that's been one of the features of them. I removed the rear sight and put plug screws in to fill the holes. It's got a permanent bipod mount on it. I can take the bipod off if I want, but the mount stays on the under lever. All oiled up. It's still in the dieseling process because I bought this for myself for Christmas in December. So I've had it, what, 6 months now? But yeah, it shoots good. It's shooting the Umrex claims the original one that they brought out was they claimed 800 feet per second, but the one like this one here, it says 820 feet per second on the box. I haven't chronographed this one yet, but I'm pretty sure it's getting up around probably 840, 850, or 740, 750, somewhere around there, maybe a little higher because it's still dieseling. But all in all, it's pretty much the same as my Benjamin Trail. But they call this a Magnum Springer. It's also, yeah, it's spring piston as well. Whereas the Nitro Venom is nitro piston. So it's a good gun. Got to take the stock off it and try and figure out a way. I'm going to go on one of the gun forums and see if any of his buddies worked on these guns, because I've got to figure out some way to work on that trigger, because it's got a two week creep in the first stage, and it's just forever and it's unpredictable when it breaks. So I'm shooting okay at 8 yards down here, but if I was to take it out hunting, you know, it might be okay. But you just got to get used to that trigger. You got to get some trigger time in it and get some practice with it before I would have to get some trigger time in with it out in the field or whatever before I ever went hunting with it, just to make sure I knew where the break was going to be in the trigger. But all in all, it's a good gun. 28 pounds of cocking effort. Yeah, that's all I can pretty much say about this gun for now. I gotta do a decibel. I think maybe I've done. No, I haven't. I gotta do an upgrade or an update with this gun as well. But it's a nice gun. It's one of my favorites. Seeing how I'm into underlevers now. I got 3 of them. And hoping I could get well, my dream underlever is obviously the TX200, but I don't have the kind of cash for that, or even a 460 Magnum RWS. That would be a nice gun too to get. It's a little bit higher in velocity than the TX200, but the TX200 is basically the creme de la creme of underlever rifles. So, and I wouldn't care if it was the beach stock or the walnut stock. They're both nice. Yeah, I'm gonna put this away and put the other gun back up here. This one's quite hefty too. Oh, which way do you go here? There we go. That folds down. It's only a cheap $16 eBay bipod, but it extends and everything, and it's okay. It's okay for what it is. Yeah, well on that. First underlever, well, the second underlever I bought was the Zisco, Norinco, the Zisco, industry brand, B3-2. This is the scope that was on the Nitro Venom Dusk. I think I got a mark there. How'd that happen? It's a $90 gun, so here's really. And it's got a 3-9x40 on it, and then this gun suffers from the same problem the Browning does with the trigger. But at least with this trigger, I know when it's going to break. But it's about an 8 to 9 pound trigger, and I love shooting this gun. It's really fun to shoot. About 450, 460 feet per second. It's also got the flip up scope caps on it. And this is a generic 3-9x40. I did have my Optima 3-9x32, but it kind of went kaput on me last week, and something happened to the left and right. Wouldn't adjust anymore, wouldn't adjust back in. I tried knocking it, tried fixing it, and nothing happened, so I scrapped the scope and took the lenses and everything out of it. I couldn't believe how thick. That's one of the lenses out of that scope, how thick it is. That's glass too. I got 3 lenses out of it, which are good to have in my hunting pack for fire starters or just magnification, really. Yeah, I love shooting this gun. And I know it's one thing, I've got to keep this gun oiled. Because if I don't, with the moisture in my basement here, it will attract rust very, very quickly. Yeah, it's a great gun. Even though it's a $100 gun, $90 gun. Almost like an update on all my guns here. Oh well, yeah, I guess I could. I gotta do a video for these as well. Sorry for speaking away from the camera. I also picked up the Browning Buckmark URX brake barrel. And topped it with the reflex sight, the 4 radical 2 color, red green 4 radical. This gun is a really nice gun to shoot. It's a little underpowered for my taste. It says it's 20 pounds to cock it. Automatic safety. .177. It's about 320 feet per second. It's okay for plinking in the basement or plinking cans or whatever. I got that a couple months ago, and then I picked this one up pretty much the same week. The Beeman P17, single stroke pneumatic. Automatic safety also, and yes, you can dry fire. It's pneumatic. This one, which I wish this one had, has the red-green True Glow fiber optic sights on it, which is really nice. A really nice addition. I'm actually thinking about turning this one into 22, because I have an extra Crosman 2240, the 7.5 inch or whatever it is, 7.75 inch, stock barrel that comes with the 2240. I have that barrel, and I have a 14-inch barrel, but I'm gonna see if I can, if it's even possible to throw a 22 barrel in this. This one's rated for about 430 feet per second in 177. So in 22 it'd probably be about 300, 320, somewhere around there with light pellets. But I'm gonna do reviews of both these guns eventually. Just that I haven't done a video for so long, I figure I'd show some of the stuff off that I had sitting around for so long. But yeah, back to the whatchamacallit here. The Nitro Venom Dusk. That's what this video's about. Not about all the rest of them. Just been out of sorts lately with doing stuff like this. Haven't really felt like it. Like I said, with all the YouTube bullshit and everything going on. Yeah, so I'm going to do, first I'll do a decibel test, and then pause the video and probably do a 10-shot Crosman Destroyer accuracy test and show you how it shoots. Okay, well, back a couple minutes. Okay, we're back. Put it on maximum there. That's about normal for standard voice. So we're going to do a couple shots here. Guess we should have gotten set up before we started this. I have a target set up downrange, and I have a black dot on it, but I'm going to use that for the accuracy test. I'm just going to fire at the top just to see what we get. Here we go. Wow, 107. Okay, maybe it isn't backyard friendly. Then again, that's the first shot too, so might calm down. Sounds pushing the pellets out there though. These are probably doing about 980,000 feet per second. These these are 7.4 grain. Oh, that was even louder. You said these are lightweight pellets too. If I was shooting something heavier, it wouldn't be as loud. Maybe I'll try some 10.5s as well. Final shot for the 7.4s. Okay, 108.4 with 7.4 grain pellets. Let's see if that theory's correct. I go across an Ultra Magnum 10.5 grain domed heavy pellets and see if it I should reset it though. 108.4, wow. Okay. It's a 3.1 grain heavier, and it's pretty much the best pellet to use out of these Ultra Magnum 177 rifles. Tames them down a little bit. Okay, here's the first shot with the 10.5. Well, it calmed it down a little bit, not very much. Last time I chronographed, well, the first time I chronographed these Crosman destroyers, the highest velocity I got with them was 1149. That's cooking. That's 22 long rifle velocity. And the last time I chronographed with 10.5 heavies, the highest I got was 981 feet per second. Then again, the rifle was still dieseling then too. Here's shot number 2. Oh, that was even louder as well. And I did notice a quirk about this rifle. Hasn't happened recently, but every now and again when I cock it and go to fire, it won't fire. It's like the sear is jammed, or it just won't release from the spring. Shot number 3. Okay, 106 decibels. 108 point whatever they were with the 7.4s, and 106 with the 10.5s. Yeah, that's not backyard friendly at all. That's loud. Okay, well, now I'll set up down here and we'll do accuracy down here. Back in a minute. Okay, we're back. I'm shooting at the black dot right here. The top 2/3 of the clover leaf is the 3 shots of the Crosman destroyers, and the 3 below it are the 10.5 heavies. They weren't being shot for accuracy; they were just being shot for decibel. Now we'll shoot for accuracy. And we're going to shoot the destroyers. Again, I like a wad cutter. Well, basic solid basically, either a wad cutter with a hollow point. I love the way these pellets perform too. They mushroom really nicely. Here's the first shot. I'm zoomed all the way into the 16 tower. I think I pulled that one. Shot 2. Shot 3. I'll just do 5. That's a tight fit one. This one might shoot low. Shot 4. That's all it. For the most part, Crosman pellets fit in the bore snug. But that last one, I had to really push it in, so. Shot 5. Maybe I'll discount that shot. Me again. Seems every time I shoot this rifle, I always shoot a line. Now this pellet, I'll shoot one more. This one is loose fitting. And that one shot high. Strange how that works out. The tight fitting pellet shoots low, the loose fitting pellet shoots high. All the rush shot right where, well, basically right where they're supposed to. Not too shabby. And we're back. Okay, that was the decibel and the accuracy portion of the video. I wish I had a better video format. Instead of shooting in my damn basement all the time. I hate shooting down here. Yeah, but all in all, it's a good rifle. It falls in line with. I was just testing the batteries. It's the battery I took out of my decibel reader. It was dead. Yeah, but the Crosman Nitro Venom Dusk in 177 or 22, so it comes in both calibers. It's pretty much the same platform as every other Crosman rifle. Break barrel, that is, with the Optimus and the Prowler, Nitro Venom, and all the TR-77, all of them. They're all, if they're 177 and they're a break barrel, and they're claimed 1,200 feet, it's the same system from barrel to compression tube. They just throw a different stock on it. Some of them have a 11mm grooved receiver, and the higher end, well, not higher end, but you pay for it. The most now come with the Picatinny rail, and I hope it holds up, because I've seen some of them actually come off with over time with recoil. I don't know what I would do after in that situation. I know how to weld, but I don't own. You probably need a TIG or a MIG welder for that. But knock on wood, that never happens. Whereas that Umarex underlever, the Browning leverage, it has I think that's the way to go for it's the receiver. The compression top of the compression tube is grooved, 11mm dovetail, and they've got the 4-screw Picatinny rail addition to it. So if anything ever happens to that, you can just replace the Picatinny rail on its own. Yeah, but all in all, like I said, it's a great gun. I don't think it would have any problems taking squirrel 30, 40 yards. I don't think it would have a problem whatsoever with the right pellet. I never get out to ever take these rifles shooting outdoors. My wife and I and kids are going up to our moose camp for a week in July, and I'm taking this and my Benjamin Trail and probably one of my 25s and some of my handguns. So I'll set this up. I want to set all the scopes up for about 25 yards. Because this one's shooting at 8 yards right now. That's what it's set up for. But yeah, I think that'll end this video. Crosman. This is part 2 with the update of my original video, the review of the Crosman Nitro Venom Dusk in 177. This is part 2, so I don't think we'll need to see this gun again unless I film it outdoors or whatever. Okay, see you later.